Well, I haven't made a video in a while. Kind of been taking it easy the last few weeks. So this is what I call my test plot. Trying to break 300 with it. Planted, roughly just over half of it at 35,000. It's DeKalb 6606. Pretty happy with it so far. Let's get into some of these long rows. A lot of smut. Oh, here we go. There's quite a bit of smut this year with all the stinking rain we've been having. But I'd say it's tall like I like. It's I'm 6 foot. I'm gonna say it's a good 11, maybe 12. With all the rain, we fungicided it twice. One at V5 and brown silk. It's already been 3 or 4 weeks ago, so we're losing power. But southern rust, if you've been watching anything, it's really getting bad. Another smuttier. With all the rain, it's just since July 1. I mean, it's getting horrible. So just pull. See if we can get this gear shut. So I've got quite a bit of tip back on that one. I think I put on 200 pounds of N. Yeah, that's not. We had a lot of hot, humid weather. They're not all like that. See, that one's not. But it's looking good. It's just there's a lot of southern rust that's coming in on it. Now, my theory is having these big old tall plants. One, I'm going to get extra organic matter on the ground to cover the top of the ground. These beans only made like 45 bushel last year, but I had a mat almost an inch thick, and this is all we got left. All that's had through it was anhydrous bar. Look just how this ground's just. Look at that. I'm trying to get this soil built up. Kind of been putting. I did do a 150, 150, 30 on it because we've been having sulfur issues. I think our sulfur's been fairly low, and these plants didn't show it this year. I don't know, it's going to be we'll see what happens with it. 2 years ago, let's see, 23, it averaged 220. It's going to be a pretty nice year. It averaged 220, and once the outside ground really screwed me because it was only making about 100. And once you take just that little bit out, it it really knocks it down, because this is only 2.114 acres. But in the center of it, it was hitting 280. So I'm hoping at least we can hit 300 in some places over on this year. I know it's doable, but it's just some experimenting on it. Yeah, see that ear is pretty good. We haven't had pollination issues since I planted a lot of this stuff a little bit later. Most of my corn was later. I didn't have any pollination issues with it. I'm just worried about all this. I'm just worried about this rust. A little bit of, looks like a blight there. I don't know if that's northern, but it might be northern blight, leaf blight. But I'll walk over to this 40,000 pop and show you some of that. So here we're in 40,000. You can see it's a little bit thicker. Smut, a lot of smut, not good. Ear placement's just a tad higher for some reason. But if these ears are filled out like that, I do not see why this can't hit over 300. I mean, look at that sucker. This one's 8. I know it's 18 around because it's too big for 16. Look at that. It's not as big as I've had them, long as I've had them before. Of course, it's tipping back a little bit from that hot weather. We're starting to dent just a little bit on it, but man, that's a stinking ear. We got a long ways to go on this stuff. I'm just afraid that rust is that might even be 20 around. I'll have to count later, but man, I'm just worried about rust shutting these plants down. We're only supposed to get up in the mid 80s now. We was running 110 heat index, or 109, 105, and 90-degree temp, which, you know, normally we're about 10 degrees difference, and we was running 15. I mean, I'm sitting pretty on moisture. We really and truly, this actually could finish out, I think, on moisture. If it just don't get hot, yeah, we're gonna be sitting good on moisture, because we've had probably, I think, 11 inches in the month of July. And with this residue and all this organic matter I got on the ground, I mean, there's hardly nothing left, but it's making soil. But my theory is, with having tall plants, and I really love having tall plants, because this is almost as tall as combine's going to be, is, from what I've been told, and I really do need to dig a root pit, but as tall as this plant is, that's how deep your roots going to go. And the deeper I can get these roots, of course, this here's pretty good black dirt, but as deep as those roots go, the deeper down I can get them, more nutrients I can pull up with the plant deeper down, and then I can put more biomass in top 6 inches for my bean crop. Is what I, because my bean roots won't really go down more than 12 inches from my experience. I mean, they're normally just, you know, if you start digging beans up, they're just going to be an inch or two below the ground as a lateral out, and then you have one big main tap root. And I'm trying to, I can raise a good corn crop, but my beans are just lacking, and I'm trying to get everything lined up to raise better beans. But for experiment, and you can see how thick this corn is, I think it was saying 38 to 40,000 population. I think we're good 37. I mean, it's just, this is going to be unreal if we don't get windstorm or anything like that. But I haven't been seeing any tar spot that I know of. I think that's just bug doo-doo. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But here, because this is where I had real thick corn last time, and that's all I had left of my corn stalks. That's it. It had to drill through it because I sowed a cover crop, and then the beans. That's all I got left. This here was really thick mat, and it's gone. So I got my soil working for me instead of against me. And I just wish I could let have all that in it. But oh well, it's nature of the beast this year, so that might be some common rust. But there's a northern leaf blight. But I haven't made a video. I've been wanting to do this for a few weeks, and I guess kind of show off my test plot, and just thankful we got what we got here this year. I think we can. I think a person can replicate it most years, even in drier years. But this here, this is what prevents droughts. I highly, even in drier years. I mean, the older I get, the more I kind of do this. This is worth, well, that's worth a corn crop or a bean crop, or I mean, look at that. That corn cob is 2 years old, just disintegrates. This here is what, this cover on the ground, that's what it's going to save somebody's crop one of these years. So I'm just a firm believer in that, and see if we can see out. But no, I ran it on a little bit with this, but kind of showing what we got going on here in west central Missouri, and hope she can average 300, and if not, try and get close. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.